Welcome back to You Heard It Here with Dr. Gary. I'm Gary, a clinical audiologist and part of the ownership team here at Advanced Hearing Group in Scottsdale, Arizona. We try to do some entertaining and educational videos that are ear-related. Most of the entertainment comes from the wax removals. Today, we're going to talk about tinnitus, or tinnitus. In a recent wax removal video, I asked for comments to see how people think that word should be pronounced. If you think it should be pronounced tinnitus, put an A in the comment section. And if you're on team tinnitus, put a B in the comment section. Now, given where I grew up and how I heard the words pronounced when I was younger, I always say tinnitus. But again, let's see what everybody thinks. What is tinnitus? Tinnitus is a sound that's produced in the brain that you hear and people around you do not. It can present as a ringing, roaring, humming, buzzing, hissing. It can be a white noise. It can fluctuate in volume, intensity. It can fluctuate in pitch. See, there it is. Can you hear that? It's changing in pitch. It's getting louder. Now, your tinnitus may not sound like that, but that's a common sound that people hear. In future videos, we're going to talk about some of the causes of tinnitus and some of the myths associated with tinnitus. But today, we're going to get down to brass tacks and we're going to focus on what everybody wants to know if they have tinnitus. Is there a cure? Unfortunately, no. There is no magic pill that you can take. There is no supplement that you can take that all of a sudden will eliminate or significantly reduce your tinnitus. Now, at times, people report that certain supplements do reduce their tinnitus, but this is not really repeatable across a wide variety of patients. The two treatment methods for dealing with tinnitus or dealing with the psychological effects of tinnitus that are most common and most repeatably effective are cognitive behavioral therapy and sound therapy. Now, I'm going to focus on going through what sound therapy is because that's in my wheelhouse. But cognitive behavioral therapy helps to associate the tinnitus with less stressful environments and less stressful things, allowing you to think less about the tinnitus, ignore it more, and kind of push it to the back of your mind. Cognitive behavioral therapy is done by a psychologist or a psychiatrist and some audiologists who focus in tinnitus reduction will also participate in this type of cognitive behavioral therapy treatment. If you are looking for someone to do cognitive behavioral therapy for tinnitus, make sure you let them know when you talk to them that you are looking specifically for tinnitus reduction. There are some amazing people. Here locally, there's a person who's been doing it for many years and they have clients all over the world. Let's focus now on sound therapy. Sound therapy can either be a noise generator, such as a Bluetooth speaker that plays either a white noise, a pink noise, or perhaps an ocean sound or something like that. These are great for when you want to go to sleep at night, especially if your partner likes the room quiet so they don't want the TV on. If there's noise in the environment, it really does help to reduce your perception of the tinnitus or ringing in the ears. The second type is a wearable tinnitus masker. Now, wearable tinnitus maskers look very much like hearing aids, but they put a sound in the ear as opposed to amplifying the sound in the environment. If you are a person who has both hearing loss and tinnitus, a straight tinnitus masker is probably not the best option for you because that does limit your communication even more by adding a noise into your ear, making hearing speech around you a little bit more difficult. The final option would be using hearing aids. Hearing aids can be used as a tinnitus masker, one, because they produce sounds that are present in the environment, so they increase what you're hearing, helping to mask out the tinnitus. And two, they also have some of the same built-in features of tinnitus maskers, such as white or pink noise generation that allows you to actually mask out or cover up the tinnitus. Some people are lucky and they get what we call residual masking. So In other words, a patient wears the hearing aid or the tinnitus masker all day, they take it off in the evening, and they keep that masking effect. The tinnitus does not come right back. Some people, as soon as they remove the masker, the tinnitus comes back. Everybody's different. If you are suffering from tinnitus, get your hearing checked and ask them to do a tinnitus matching evaluation. This should include matching the type of noise that you're hearing, the pitch or frequency of that noise, and the volume. Knowing those three things and how much noise needs to go in to mask out the tinnitus can help you get a more effective treatment. Tinnitus has no cure. There is no magic pill. There is no supplement that will mysteriously remove your tinnitus. If you're one of those few lucky people who's taken supplement XYZ and all of a sudden your tinnitus goes away, I'm extremely happy for you. Just know you're in the minority. Most of the time, those results are not repeatable. The two main tinnitus treatments, cognitive behavioral therapy and sound therapy, they're within your reach. They're within your grasp. If your tinnitus is bothering you, get it evaluated and treated today. This has been You Heard It Here with Dr. Gary. We'll see you in the next video. Remember, if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. And our next video that comes out about tinnitus will be about the common myths associated with tinnitus. Again, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.